had a sit down with Hainsey for a chat about their new roles. So let's react to that as well. Just a quick observation. I'm not a body language expert, but look how Johan's sitting and look how the Don Fabio is sitting. Fabio looks like he owns the place. This is the Don. He's like, come on, give me a wine, please. Do you hear that he's got the Godfather music going on? And
cigar.
And Johan's just a bit timid. He's got his arms folded. His legs are close together. You know, for you, Fabio, he's just not like I'm back in the building. I'm back. Like this is my couch. This is my role.
Yep.
That's the Don all over the place, isn't it? Look at that. Very dominating body language.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the attributes we were talking about. He is very extroverted. Johan Lange seems somewhat introverted. And obviously we've seen the difference with their interviews before. And now it's like when you see them side by side first time. You can see the body language-wise. But you are right. Don is looking very comfortable already.
He's just missing a glass of whiskey, a cigar, and some sunglasses. That's all he's missing.
And a ring. And a nice big fat ring.
Johan kissed the ring.
Exactly. Exactly. I'll tell you what. The what's his name? Ben Daines. Haynes, not Daines. His job has got a lot more interesting and exciting over the last few months, hasn't it?
Absolutely brilliant. He does a good job, I have to say.
Yeah.
No, I've got to be fair to Haynes. He asks better questions than
Miles.
He does. And there's whatever, less said about that the better. But I think Hainsey's doing a great job. So big up to Hainsey. All right, let's get going.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us and sharing some time together. Congratulations, Johan, on the new role, and welcome back, Fabio. How does it feel to be back at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club?
So it's a great feeling. First of all, I would like to be thankful, to be grateful to the Lewis family, to Vinay, to Johan, to all of the employees that supported me in this period and make me feel a part of this family even when I wasn't full-time in the club. So really thanks about it. And I wanna thank even the fans, because they make me feel really important for them. They supported me everywhere when I met them. They were really, they showed me their love, and it means a lot for me. So for this reason, this club is really special for me. And then back to this role and work, join to Johan and the sport director role is a great feeling for me.
He says thanks to the fans. Do you reckon he's seen the Don Fabio memes? Do you reckon he knows
he must have seen a lot of things. I mean, he did get a lot of praise from us Spurs fans, didn't he? As a collective, and during that time, obviously, I think as well, coming back every time people saw him. You imagine how many pictures got taken when he was at the club, when he was banned, but people saw him there on the phone. They'd have been, oh my God, okay, please God, he's going to be here to help out the club and get transfers done or whatever.
So no one was having pictures like that with Steve Hitchin.
Exactly, or Lange, or anyone. So
we loved the Don.
Yeah, so obviously he's back now. He would have seen it. And
just look at that.
Mate, as soon as we started playing it, you can just see Johan Lange is like but he's just stargazing in his eyes, like it would be if I was sitting next to Thomas Frank. I just began, there you go.
I think we answered the question: who's going to get the final say? I think we know. I think we know. We don't even just look at how they're sitting there. I think we know who's getting the final say.
So wonderful to hear that you've had great experiences with the fans. This just while you've been out and about all over the world, you've had nice experiences with Spurs fans? Yes,
of course, because Spurs fans are everywhere. So sometimes you can meet them in Rome or in Milan or in New York. And they showed me really the love that they have, and not just at the stadium, but everyone that I meet someone and they're Spurs fan and they come to me saying thanks or supporting, and that was it means a lot for me. And join the club again and work with close to Johan and Vinay will be great. It's a great feeling to me.
Why is now the right time for you? And tell us about the sporting director role.
So
Why is now the right time for you? Maybe
my band's over.
Yeah, maybe because the band is finished. I love him, sir.
I had nothing to do.
The band's over now, so I can legally work again.
All my hobbies were done. I couldn't be bothered anymore. So yeah,
I'm illegally allowed to do the job now, so now I can do it. I think that makes it a good time.
I think it is. Yeah,
I think when I'm illegally not allowed to, that will be a bad time. So now it's legal. It's a good time.
it's a great time. It's a great time to be alive.
sporting director role, so I think he's changing a lot in the last maybe 5-10 years. We have a lot of models, in my opinion, in Europe, a lot of structure, different structure, and we have a lot of models, but in every models, the truth is maybe the job titles are different, but there are at least 2-3% driving the football areas. So we need more persons now. We need more specializations, and we have a lot of departments to manage. We have a transfer window. We have the players, the agents. So we need people, and I'm very happy to work with in this group of person. I'm very happy to join Johan, as we know each other very well. I think we are complementary. We have different skills. As I'm so Italian in this way, and I'm so passionate and maybe emotional, and I'm sure that I can be better close to him.
And Johan, we're saying congratulations to you, a promotion.
What's he trying to say? Johan's not emotional.
He's trying to say that he's Italian.
He's
if you didn't know,
Italian.
he's Italian. Fabio Paratici is Italian. But no, it's nice to hear him talking about the skill sets, isn't it? And how they will complement each other. Obviously, it's the stuff you want to hear, and it's the press conference. So they're going to, the first interview, so they're going to be talking about it. But he does seem delighted to be back, and it does look like he's going to have a lot more power. And he just looks happier to be here, doesn't he? And let's just hope he has the power and the backing to bring in the players that he deems can elevate this football club.
I'm just going to speed it up a bit because it's a bit long, the video. But yeah, people are asking, why does Johan look so bored? Not bored, awkward. Is it because maybe is a bit of
Do you know what? It's gone to the point now where things are going so well, we're analysing body language at Hotspur away on a quick interview.
Welcome to our We Are Body Language TV.
Yeah, there we go.
Analyse today's body language.
Exactly.
Next will be a serial killer in his prison interview. All right, let's keep going.
A new role for you off the back of it. 2 years now with the club. How have you found that time?
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic. 2 years, obviously, with a big highlight, a magic night in Bilbao, with so many fans traveling, and experience that together was amazing. I think over the last couple of years we have developed the squad. So in my opinion, we have the strongest squad, at least in my time here, with the right blend of players with great experience and also some very exciting youth coming through who will only be better for the future. Then we have also developed.
That true? Best squad he's had. I guess he only came in 2023.
Since he's come, and you've got to remember, right now as we speak, with the players coming back, you would say that Thomas Frank has a much stronger squad.
Yeah, the only thing you would say is obviously Son's gone.
Yep, Maddison's out for a foreseeable.
But then again, you could say like Son's gone, but Kudus is there. So it's kind of
other way. But yeah, I get the
approach. Wing, but it's still a winger, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. But I think if you look at it with Dragushin.
And also, when he first came, we only had Rishi as a striker.
And now he's going to have 3.
Now he's got 3.
So hopefully both of them back and available very quickly. Obviously, Kolo will be back before Solanke. Yeah, I think he's right. I think he's right. The way, and then, like we said, with the players coming back from injury sooner rather than later in Dragushin, who's there, Takai, and then Kulu imminently or in the next month or so. This is a very strong squad. You can see from the sub-bench what we've got available. He's right.
Yeah, I think and a blend of youth and experience. I think he's pretty spot on there.
the organisation quite a bit, because as Fabio said, the role of the sporting director is a very wide remit. It's not only about setting the best team on the pitch, it's very much also to set the best team off the pitch. So we have developed that as well, and I think now we are standing on a very strong foundation and with very exciting times ahead.
Yeah, it's so true what you say about Bilbao. It really gave not just everyone here in the club, you can feel, but also the fans that taste for success that we're all desperate to experience more of.
Yeah, I think for me to see the reactions was very, very strong. To see fans from different generations coming together, families who shared stories about memories from the past, who want to give them on to their children or grandchildren. So to hear how they articulated that, how the feelings really came out, not only in the night in Bilbao, also when we came back to London, that was very special, a very special feeling and a very unique experience.
The game is constantly evolving and growing, and there's more people than ever before involved in the football club. So perhaps, Johan, you could explain a little bit about your role, the specifics of your role as a sporting director.
It's very important that we, of course, are coming together when it comes to play recommendations, when it comes to how we want to develop the squad, having good conversation, of course, with Thomas, with Vinay. But I say we will have a little bit special areas of attention. I'll have more attention on the scouting department, on football insights, what we call the performance department. So that is everything from medical, sports science, nutrition, football insights, and of course also our academy. But as we said, we're over 300 people working here, so it is very much to have very good head of departments, empower them, set the direction with clear roles, responsibility, and empower them to do the job. And then it's our responsibility to nurture a strong culture where there's a lot of collaboration, where there's short distance between people, so we all feel that we are on a special journey together.
Yeah.
So he's going to be in charge of medical,
Department,
nutrition, sports science. So why is he only in charge now? We're putting him in charge because we believe he's an expert at this field.
Yep.
So why is he only put in charge now of that stuff? And if he hasn't only been in charge of that fact, or he absolutely failed miserably last season, about that.
Do you know what? I can't remember, and people will correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't heard Spurs use the word culture as often until we got Thomas Frank in. He is so key to everything, and obviously we know that managers want their club set a certain way to, and when they go for the interviews they probably say this is how I can give you success and this is how I think this new direction Spurs are going in, i.e. Vivian, Charlie, Vinay, and now Johan and Fabio, and what Thomas Frank and his coaching staff being able, I keep mentioning how I'm amazed that we were allowed to bring in such a big coaching staff in for Thomas Frank, because that hasn't been the case with previous managers. I think for once, I used to say that this club with Levy in charge, no one communicates with anyone. Everyone's running off different hymn sheets, and the left hand don't know what the right hand's doing. I think the whole club now are like building a strong spine like you would for a football team, ready to attack the football market. And with Johan, again, maybe Johan had too many responsibilities. Maybe, like we're saying, Fabio might have had too many because he was dealing with everything. And now these two can deal with what they deal with. And again, the proof will be in the pudding, won't it?
Absolutely, but definitely you'd have to say putting someone who's already been in the club in charge of medical is just going to leave you a bit sceptical, just because of how bad medical went last season. And we saw it was an absolute disaster, probably the worst we've ever seen it. And he must have some sort of say in it, didn't he? Unless he didn't have a say because it wasn't his remit, and now he's being put in charge of it. But if he's, so expert, if he's that much of an expert, he's being put in charge of that field, then he really should have had a say last season. And either way, there's something, you look at it either way. But that's quite interesting. So I guess if we have similar problems to what we had last season, Johan's going to be the one taking the flak for that.
Exactly. Would you say this time last year we would have had so few? Obviously Maddison was pre-season, but if you look at it from the start of last season or previous seasons, the injuries haven't really been there, have they?
To be fair, they only really came November, December time, didn't they?
Yeah, we had a couple. What I'm saying, we had a couple.
Last season we were pretty. I think we were pretty healthy up until.
You reckon?
Look, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, right? But if I remember rightly, up until this point.
Okay, so maybe you're right.
Because you got to remember the Chelsea game was in November.
That was Romero
first season. Romero, Van der Ven, Maddison all going in one game.
Yep.
And then last season, it was predominantly like that City. It was that City Cup game where it all started going wrong.
That was just for that. That was
also I think either late October or
that
early
was late
November.
October. Because
So
I came.
I'm saying that Van der Ven was still fit by then.
Okay.
So I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, up until this point last season, we're also still relatively, comfortable with injuries.
Yeah, but what I will say with this is, thank God, is we've been rotating players, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which has been a big benefit. But we'll see. Like you said, I mean, maybe even Johan Lange will look and want to refresh the medical team. Maybe there will be a different approach to it entirely, and not just that. Well, who knows? But like you said, it's all going to be. We know what each one is now selected to do at the club, and we know who will be doing.
In terms of scouting, I actually don't mind that, because as much as you can criticise Johan for maybe having a bad summer, I actually think the players we have signed under him have been good. I think the criticism you have of him is not getting certain deals done. But it's not about... I don't think you can criticise him too much about the players he has brought in being bad. I think it's more about you could have done so much more. You left us with so many different gaps in the squad, which we got exploited with, especially last season. But, I don't think anyone really... Since he's come to the club, which was 2023 October... His first January, maybe you can complain a bit, Dragoshin, Werner, but obviously I think he was hamstrung a bit with what he could do in the January window. But, he put Gray, Bergvall, Solanke, Odebear. I think they're all pretty good players. He then brought in Tell on deadline day. We'll see how that comes. But again, two good young players. I think he's a good young player. And then this season, Simmons, Paulini, Moani, Kudus, all that. I think his talent ID is pretty good. I just think it's more about he's not been able to get enough done.
Yeah, the Dragoshin and Werner window, the first window, he doesn't deserve to be on that, because I can even remember when we signed him, Spurs even came out and said they're not here for the January window, they're there coming in ready to plan for the summer window. Lange, I think, and it goes back to what you said, it was because this window, especially when we lost out on the two that we did, it was just stone cold silence, wasn't it? And there were no deals getting done. I mean, the Morgan Gibbs White one came out of nowhere, and then obviously what happened. So I think a lot of the criticism maybe with Lange was obviously it was the exact opposite from Paratici, where we went from hearing so many players to hearing nothing. And that different directors of football will deal with it differently. But what do you reckon now? Now we'll hear about some players, but not every player. Or we're going to go straight back to hearing loads and loads and loads like Paratici spinning plates.
In the darkness.
There you go. There'll be 10 deals going on, won't have a clue, and then one big one will come through.
Exactly. All right, let's keep going.
Absolutely. And Fabio, what are the areas that you're excited to be back working on?
Oh, I'm excited to. So my skills are. I think we have different skills, but we know football area each other in the right way. So my skills are more players, managing players, transfer window, loans and pathways. So are more in this way, but together we will discuss about with the coach and with the recommended players, and this is my job.
And that's interesting. So he goes, when he says players, he says managing players. That is part of his remit. So does that mean if a player has a problem, they go to Fabio, he makes sure people are happy? Maybe that's about as well what you were saying. Is he focused on, okay, this guy needs a contract, this guy is kicking up a fuss, he needs a contract, let's manage that situation? Because a lot of the time that would come under for managers' remit to manage the players in that sense. But I guess in terms of happiness and all that kind of stuff. But I guess if Fabio can take that off Frank can just fully focus on drilling these tactics players, drilling the footballing side, and Fabio manages, their happiness, well-being, all that kind of stuff. That's interesting that he's taking that role.
I think we've also got to look at this, and this is the big thing that I think I'm looking forward to seeing with Enoch, and we spoke about this before, is maybe that's about getting players out as well.
Players out.
Yeah, if Thomas Frame, I know we're talking about players in and but if we're talking about
I agree with you.
Players going out, We've said for so many years we've struggled to get players out the door.
That was something Fabio was good at, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If you remember.
So he struggling to get them out the door and to find the value for them the club, i.e. Levy, was asking for. Well, maybe now there's going to be a fresh approach, and maybe Spurs will be able, if we get bids in for players that maybe not automatic first choice players, but Spurs, if Frank thinks that's a good amount of money for that player, I can use this to get someone else. Maybe that's going to be a huge part of him.
Fabio was very good at getting players out the door, I remember.
Yeah.
But he was of like the opinion, just, if you want him gone, get him gone. Like,
exactly.
Even if
take the hit.
you take a hit. I remember he got a bit of money out of Watford for Sissoko.
Mm-hmm.
He got Doherty out, I think, to Atletico.
Well, Doherty we had to do free, didn't we? Because we had too many loans out.
But I'm saying he facilitated it.
Yep.
I think Harry Winks to Leicester.
Well, that brought Maddison, yeah.
And then we got Maddison. He did a lot. I think Fabio was that is something as well. You can say is one of the big criticisms of the last window. Is players out. We got rid of Son. I mean, and
Højbjerg became permanent.
But we really struggled.
100%.
Sell.
100%.
And then we got a lot of players on our books who were sitting there, not getting, not in the Champions League squad, not getting a minute, and we weren't able to shift. Whereas Fabio was there, maybe that could have been facilitated.
Exactly.
You both had a chance to kind of spend some time with Thomas to speak about the new structure. How will you be supporting him?
Yeah, of course, we speak a lot with Thomas about everything, about football in general. So he's keen to speak with us, I think, and we work well together during the summer transfer window, and that's it. I'm more than happy to and curious to jump in this experience, because in my experience in the past, I learned a lot from my coaches, really, and in general from different person, different people, different style of people. This make me better as a person, as a professional. So I'm very curious to came in the Thomas model and knowing the job, the coaching staff, and try to get in better myself and trying to help them.
And it's certainly been a very successful relationship so far. I mean, we've seen the performances on the pitch. We're seeing the success from the players that have come in. For you, Johan, you must be really excited to build on that and keep developing that relationship with Thomas as well. Yeah,
100%. It's been a strong start, but we only in the beginning. But as I said, Thomas is a very collaborative, modern head coach. We also saw that when we assembled the coaching staff around Thomas, adding some really specialists around him. In his time at Brentford, he was also used to working in a model with two sporting directors for most of the time. So we're all passionate about driving performance culture, trying all the time to improve performances on the pitch, and that requires a lot of good discussions, a lot of hard work, and we're super excited to begin with that.
I know.
Someone said in the comments, there's a slight tension here. Lange is clearly subservient to the Don.
I've just checked the comments on here, and that's from a very dear friend, King Hoddle.
But now he's
big up King Hoddle.
He's got his arm there. He's got one. Fabio's got two, so he's still like, okay, this is my.
Fabio's like the Fonz in Happy Days.
But Lange is trying to, it's part of my couch as well.
It's the Fonz and Richie from Happy Days.
He's starting to, get more relaxed. Lange's interview's gone on. He's starting to look. I'm here as well.
Yep.
The Don's
I can bring something to the table.
Don't worry. This is half my couch.
We don't really get much time in football to stand still, and everything is always moving forward. But right now, for you both, what are the priorities that you focus on in the short term?
About transfer window, I think we are always ready to speak about players. We work every day about scouting, match analysis, insights. So it's our job, it's our word, maybe it's our life even, I think. And so we are always ready. Then personally, I like this job. I love football. I like this job, especially when we play every 3 days and when there is a transfer window. It's exciting to be inside of this kind of periods.
And what about for you, Johan, in the short term? What are the areas of focus that you'll be looking at right away?
Yeah, as Fabio was saying, that it feels like we just ended one transfer window, but the next one is coming, which is very good. Then at the same time, we have over 300 colleagues here working at the training ground. We all the time driving each department because we know that it will require everything from each department, from each member of staff, for us to be as successful as we want to be. So we have clear targets for each of the departments around the training center, and those good processes going on a day-to-day with one focus in the end, and that is to improve the performances, in our case, for the men's first team on the pitch.
And does anything change now in terms of the way that we approach things? I know you're really pleased with some of the work that we've done over the last few years. Does the approach change as we build towards January?
No, I don't think the approach will change, but I think, as Fabio said before, that now where we have a partnership structure with two sporting directors, that of course when you are in a transfer period, which is a lot of months during a year, then potentially some other things around in the football operation naturally will take a little bit second priority in some periods of the year, where now with this structure here we have the possibility both to have full focus obviously of the transfer period, because that is where you in the shortest amount of time can make the biggest change, but at the same time never take the foot off the pedal when it comes to all the other processes around the training centre.
Well, I'm really excited to see how you get on, and congratulations again. Welcome back again, and thank you for taking the time to do this, because I know how much fans appreciate getting to hear from you guys, so thank you so much.
Pleasure
Thank
to be
you.
here.
Pleasure to meet.
All right, there we have it. That was our new sporting directors giving their say on what the new role is going to entail. I feel like we have to come up with a name for them too, like like a relationship name. You know, how you
Like you merge the two.
Fabio Johan. Fabio Johan. No, it's too long.
Yeah.
It needs to be short and snappy. Anyone in the chat? Yoshi.
For Johan and Paratici.
Yoshi.
Like Yoshi from Mario.
Yeah, but if I said Yoshi, no one's going to know who I'm talking about.
We'll get to know.
We'll get to know. If you don't know,
Get to know.
Anyone in the chat? Anyone can
Yoshi.
merge Johan Lange and Fabio Paratici, and we can start calling him a new nickname, so we don't have to refer to them both, Fabio and Johan. We just have one name.
For Blanche.
For Blanche. Danish Godfather, flange. Flange, I don't mind that.
Yeah, but that's just literally the F of Fabio.
Yeah, but flange.
Regina Phalange.
Phalange. Paratici.
That's not a bad one.
Fabihan. Paratici.
Mr. Joshua with flabby head. I do like flabby head.
Langetici, Langdon.
Oh, that could work.
Langdon.
That could work from Tom.
Langdon.
Langetici. That sounds like that. That sounds like...
Yodon.
Mate, there are some quality ones.
Donhan.
Oh, mate. When you said Don for a minute, I thought you were talking about Cullen there. I was like, no, don't send me back there.
I'm not sure what we call him. Donhan.
I do.
Lange and the Don. No, it's not a TV show.
I do like Langetici.
Langetici.
I do like Langetici. I do like Langetici.
Let us know how Langetici are going to get on. Let us know how we feel. And if you're excited about Langetici.
Or should we make it a 3 and then add Vinay Venkatesham in it?
Get Venkatesham in it.
See what you can get.
Let me know. Let us know in the comment section below. Is Langetici the way forward?
I love it.
Is this what we're getting excited about?